What's going on, everybody? Gleez here, and this play breakdown comes from the gun split close, and we're going to break down the play called close halfback wheel. So in the close halfback wheel, this is a play that I've run for many years, and I've run it relatively the same way. Those of you that had the New England ebook as well as the Atlanta ebook, this is a play that I've run so many times over, and what we're just going to do here is put B on a slant. All right, and what we're going to do as far as our reads are concerned, we're going to read the flat corner combo to the right, so we're going to have to figure out whether they're playing a purple or a match route or a flat to the right, and that's going to dictate whether we're going to throw to A or we're going to throw to RB. And again, we have that flat corner combo to the right. The B receiver is going to be open over the middle, typically on any play that we run against, as long as we pick the right spot to throw it to him. And then we have the skinny post on X, which gets open in between cover 2, underneath cover 3, and it also beats man and splits the safeties to the inside. Now the route on the running back, that's a flat route that works whenever there's not a hard flat on the field. So we're going to take a look at these and see how this play works out, starting with cover 3. So as you see, the cover 3 is out there. We're able to hit the flat as you see the press on the inside. All right, nobody's going to run out for the flat there. Now if we make the read a little bit earlier, we're able to throw this and get upfield and get some pretty big yards here. All right, now what you also want to look for is if the defense decides to hard flat. All right, so they're going to bring the coverage down, or they're going to playmaker somebody into the hard flat, all right, to the right side of the field. Now we're going to make our read. We see him fly out there, and we're going to catch this with a possession catch. All right, so see that I caught that with a possession catch. I threw it down to the outside, clicked on, and hit the A button as I cut the ball off. And we're going to take a look at that again one more time here. And this works against cover 3, cover 4, cover 2 with hard flats, depending on if the yellow runs with A. You'll be able to notice that right away. You'll see that the yellow defender will run with A sometimes in a cover 2, so you just have to read that accordingly. Against the cover 2, you will have X between the safeties, but we're going to take a look at this again one more time right here against cover 3. Just going to throw it down to the outside, click on, we're going to hit A. The computer went with an aggressive catch, you know, despite my inputs, but that's what it happened to do, and we still caught the ball, but ideally you want to possession catch it. Now we're going to take a look at the X pattern, and the great thing about having B come across underneath and X go across over top is the fact that someone can't manually play both of them. So you're going to have to make a read based off where the user defender is in most cases, and just make your read and make it accordingly. All right, so we're going to throw to X this time. And we're going to click on, we're going to hit the catch button right underneath that safety, and when we throw that, we want to make sure that we click on right away and cut it off. So you notice that I took my receiver and ran to the right. So I ran across and tried to cut the ball off before the safety was in, position to make a play there. You also have the flat pattern that gets open to the left as long as there aren't hard flats. All right, you can throw that right away. Typically, the flats are going to be your first read. So if you notice there's no hard flats, boom, just dump that John right out there. You're running up the sideline. So now we're going to take a look at the cover 2 defense. You'll see right here, the defense has cloud flats out there. So typically in most situations, the flats are going to be open. So as we run this play, we notice that, oh my God, look at my quarterback. He's just throwing the ball out of the stadium. What is he doing? All right, you'll notice against the cloud flats that the flats are open. All right, so someone's going to have to play hard flats to cover this play. All right, so we know that moving forward. Or they have to man up one of our backs. So we're going to take a look at the X pattern up top. You'll see that it does get open up between the safeties, and we're in there for 6. All right, you got to make that read though. A bad throw there, or a bad decision, I should say, throwing the ball too early is going to get you picked. So you have to make sure that you know how to throw that pattern. All right, we're going to run against a cover 2 here. We're going to go with the hard flats. All right, so we switch things up. Now we're going to notice that there are hard flats out there on the corners because the corners will come right down for the flats. All right, so you see them run down like that. Now we know we have this all day. We can just possession catch it. Could have probably rack caught it there, try to get a touchdown, but you get the gist, you get the idea. So the next thing we're gonna take a look at is man coverage. All right, so the defense is in man. Now, if the defense doesn't press, the outside receivers do not get bumped. All right, that's one of the great things about this set. Now, the play is gonna stay the same. The only time we're gonna change some of our routes is when we see press, but we'll get to that in a minute. All right, so we have our routes. They're out there, ready to go. All right, we see man. Oh, man, X, guess what? He smokes that dude every time. And Anquan Bolden's like a 42 speed. So just so you know, he's going to get open. All right, so that definitely works against almost any corner in the game. You just have to make sure that you understand when to throw the ball. So I'll show you again one more time here. Up into the inside is the way that I threw that. And the receiver just catches it right in stride, right between the safeties. All right, the B pattern gets open as well against man. Typically, your flat patterns are going to be covered. Your corner pattern may or may not get open against man. Just depends on how he breaks on the route. All right, but the B pattern, as you see, even against Sherman, gets smoking open, just super open. All right, so we're going to take a look right here against, boom, the man press look. Now, when you see press, all right, typically what I'm going to do here, I'm going to motion McCoy out, so I may change things up by doing this. All right, and put him on a drag. All right, so that gives me a couple options over the middle. They both will beat man eventually. All right, you also have the X pattern that has a tendency to break off inside and also beat man. So we're just gonna snap the ball here, right off the press. We got B, he's crazy open. We just gotta make the read and make sure we throw it to the right one. All right, so we're gonna run this again. Shrink them down. We got this. I'm going with this. All right, so we're good to go. All right, we got the drag is open. All right, and we fumble. All right, make sure you lay down. Don't catch those fumbles in the middle of the field. That's me playing sloppy. And to drop to the ground, hold L trigger and R trigger and just tap the X button. All right, so we're gonna run this one more time against man, see if I can show you this X pattern that typically does get open, but again, against press, you do have to read it. All right, so that's the breakdown for the close halfback wheel. Now, if there's a play that you want me to take a look at and break down and try to run it at its max effectiveness, leave it down in the comment section below. Let me know what the play's called and what playbook it's from, and I'll make a video about that play. So that's it. I want to thank you for checking in. It's Jay Gleez signing out, and continue to game strong.